What's up, MI40 Nation? It's Stephen Hooper coming back at you from the compound here in Jessup, Pennsylvania. I'd like to start this video off by saying, hell yeah, I would be able to be in Columbus to watch BPAC bring home the Arnold. The techniques in MI40 have made a vast improvement in my training over the past 3 or 4 months. Something as simple as a dumbbell lateral raise, side lateral raise, just keeping the shoulders depressed and, you know, lengthening the triceps to take them out of the movement, not doing any extraneous movement, locking down the core to keep it in the right plane. Something like the biceps, always focusing on supinating the wrist, kind of pushing with your pinky, making that pinky your movement, so you always supinate the wrist because that's the function of the bicep. Changing your position on the dumbbell, if you're doing a dumbbell exercise, it can make it easier or harder. Put it to the outside of the dumbbell, it's going to make it harder. Inside, it's going to make it easier to supinate that wrist. The triceps, when you're doing something like a rope pushdown, fully lengthened tricep is back here. No one can really get back here, so you got to use an extended rope or do single arm exercises. Quadriceps and hamstrings. A lot of people are only focusing on what's happening at the knee. They don't realize that hip position plays a big factor in fully shortening those two muscles. The quads are used to extend the hips. The hamstrings are used to flex the hips. Another function of those two muscles. So something like a leg extension, I like to slight lean. Nothing major. It's just a slight lean to make sure my hips are extended. And when you're doing something like a hamstring curl, you want to keep that butt tight and keep it on the pad. Kind of push your pelvis into the pad to make sure your hips are down, your hips are flexed to fully shorten that hamstring. I've learned so many other things from YouTube, Ben, not just from the MI40 system, but from your YouTube channel, your podcast, your collaborations on other YouTube channels, and I'm going to try to condense a lot of information into a short time because, you know, I only have 90 seconds. So obviously intentions, MI40 system, huge game changer. It allows you to place tension where you want in the muscles. Your muscles work in terms of tension and torque, not weight. Importance in the number 40, 40 seconds rest between sets, 40 days for your body to adapt to a specific workout, 45 minutes to 60 minutes in the gym, 40 to 60 minutes in the gym. After that, your hormonal balance is no longer in your favor. 3 to 9 grams of leucine to start protein synthesis. To fully lengthen a specific muscle, shorten its antagonist. Nutrient timing, it's not the amount of nutrients you take, but when you take them is what makes the difference. Reducing inflammation is going to help you recover better. You're either growing or dying. That's something that you said. You're either anabolic or you're catabolic. The biggest takeaway from your teachings, Ben, is that a barbell and a dumbbell only exert force in one direction, and that's straight downward. Anyone can learn that, just that one little piece of information, and completely change their gym workouts. A buddy of mine asked me to print him up a workout. He's a pro golfer. Wanted to get in shape for a tournament he's got coming up, and as you can see from this piece of paper, the actual workout, and as you can tell, here's a workout. Here's the workout that I printed out for my buddy, and that was the first thing that I wrote on it because that was something that I knew he needed to know. I knew that if I was going to make the top 20, I needed something that was going to separate me from the rest of the pack. So about 5 weeks ago, I made a decision that I was going to try to make some sort of physical transformation, get a little bit better by the time the competition was over, just in case. I took the first pictures on January 15th. I got in the gym. I put my head down. I just went in there, I worked hard. I wanted to prove how badly I wanted this. I feel like I've made a transformation. Obviously I have these pictures. I started at 138. I weighed in today at 142. And obviously you guys could judge for yourself. Ben, if you were to pick me to be your intern and be the face of MI40, I would make it about the people. That's my vision for MI40. It's about the people. They are what make this program great. Yes, the science behind it, the fully lengthening and the shortening of the muscle, yeah, that's great. But without the people, MI40 is nothing. These people have these great transformations. You see them, you see a couple on the MI40 website. No, every single person who has a transformation with MI40, they deserve their props. They deserve their glory. And I want to give it to them. I don't care if I have to put a 10-minute YouTube video together every day of just transformation pics and giving a shout out to these people for their props. I will do it because they are what make this great and they deserve their glory. You should choose me, Ben, because I'm driven, I'm passionate, I've had a chip on my shoulder since high school. I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm not 6'2", I'm not 220 pounds. I don't walk into gyms and receive respect for my impressive stature. I go in there, I bust my ass, and I earn respect. I know the principles of MI40 and your principles so well, I have no problem saying that I know that I'm the best for this job. There is no one that would touch me doing this job. no problem saying that. It's not arrogance, it's just confidence in myself. I strive to learn things every day, get a little bit better. Like you said in Generation 9, strive to get 1% better every day. That's what I do. I'm always on the internet, I'm always learning. I'm never satisfied. I have this huge thirst for knowledge. I don't care. I'm driven, and I am the best for this job, and that's why you should choose me, to be MI40's Top Gun, to face the MI40. The video's over. I just wanted to take time out to thank everyone who actually got me to this point. Kendra, her family, my brother, my cousin Sharon, my cousin Allie, JC, Liz, Dan, Trav, my partner in arms, Bobby, Mr. Rich, Avi, PJ, Maddie P, everyone from Max Performance, Timmy Cal, Heather and Paul. Paul, I'm sorry for this taking so long, but it's finally over, and you don't have to vote. And last but not least, my boy behind the camera, Jason Carlavage. We literally spent all day putting this together for this competition. He helped me literally 8 hours out of his day to help me, so can't thank him enough, and we're going to try to take this thing down.